So as you will have heard in the news in the last few hours, Posterous is going to be no more. One of the first things you might want to do is get onto your Posterous site and request a backup. Simply go to your space and then choose backup up here and follow the on-screen instructions. That's a relatively simple thing to do, and when your backup is available, Posterous will email you and you'll be able to download that. So that's a relatively simple thing to do. But what about continuing with your blog? How do you go about doing that? The recommendation from a lot of people, including myself, is to move over to WordPress. I did this a number of years ago now with mine, but how do you go about doing that? Well, it's a relatively simple process, however you do have to go through a few steps. One of the first things you need to know really is that there are two WordPress sites available. There's wordpress.org, okay, and then there's wordpress.com. Now with wordpress.org, this is simply where you can download the actual WordPress tool to install onto your own hosted domain area. So if you wanted to host your own blog yourself with your own domain name, like I do with ictevangelist.com for example, okay, then what you would need to do is you would firstly need to purchase a domain name such as whatever.com. I think that one might have gone though, but purchase your domain name, then get yourself some hosting space, okay, and there are a variety of companies available that can do that. Have a little search around. If you'd like a recommendation, then give me a shout. But yeah, once you've got your hosting sorted, many hosts actually through their control panel will sort of save this next step with you having to download WordPress from wordpress.org and then installing onto your online space. In their control panel, it will install WordPress for you. If you can do that, then that is a really simple way of sorting things out, and I'd recommend that because it's very simple. Check with the host before you sign up to see if that's a possibility for you. So yeah, go to wordpress.org and you can download it if you want to, but like I said, get some hosting if you can, where it is supported, and it will install it for you. Very simple and easy to do. However, if that's not something you want to do and you want to sort of stay free, then go to wordpress.com. And here on wordpress.com you can sign up and import your Posterous space straight from Posterous into WordPress. Now that's a relatively simple thing to do. You click on Get Started and then you just need to sign up. So the first thing you want to do is pop in your email address. So I'll just pop one in here so I can get myself up and running. My username is going to be something like this, and my password will be something nice and long. Blog address, give it a name like so. Check to see if it's available, which this one is, thank goodness. There are some options here if you want to pay and what have you. But again, you know, if you're going to pay for it, I would recommend doing a self-hosting thing rather than through WordPress. That said, that's just a personal thing. I've never gone for their premium or their business options. It might be that's what you want to do for yourself, but I'm not going to do that now in this little demonstration. So go to Basic and sign up. So once you have gone to your email and activated your blog by clicking the link in the email that WordPress have sent to you, you can give your blog a new title if you want to. I'll keep it like that, that's great. Tagline will be something like a place where learning comes first. There we go. Choose your language, lots to choose from, but I'll stick with English. Next step, choose a theme. And you'll see some premium themes in here. Have a look through, choose one that you want and what have you. Great, I'll just go for just the simple woo-wee theme there, that's great. You can customize it if you want to. Have a little look through. I'm not going to do anything right now, but I'm just going to skip through. And my first post is just going to be a simple bit of text. Title, a sample post, like so. There we go. Publish it, Happy days. So once you're in this view, what you want to do is go over to here where your avatar should be but isn't, and then go on to your blog admin area. That's the top option there, and that'll take you through to the more commonly recognised dashboard for WordPress. Once in here, if you go to where it says Tools, just here, and go to Import, and in here, this is where you can bring across your blog from another platform. And you can see actually there are lots of different platforms that you can bring your blog across from. But we're looking simply at Posterous. So what we need to do is just go to Posterous, and what it's looking for now is your Posterous XML file. Okay. So what we need to do to get that is to go back now to Posterous. So what you want to do now that you're back in Posterous, you'll want to access that backup that they should have made for you. If you haven't received your email yet, what you can do is simply go to where it says backup and click on there, and it should, if it's finished, give you an option to download it. And here we go, I can download my blog right now. So download that like so to your computer. Give it a name that's maybe not quite so bonkers, so I'll call it ICT Evangelist blog, and that will now download. So once that's finished, simply open it up, and that's a zip file of all of your blog. Now with this, okay, if you go into the folder, you'll see there's loads of files there, and that, you might want to keep that for posterity as a backup of your blog. But all you're really interested in when it comes to actually importing your blog is this file here, this XML file. So put that somewhere handy, so I'll just minimize what I've got open and drop that onto my desktop, and go back into here. So once I'm in here, now just go back to WordPress on Import, choose File, and I just bring across that XML file that I just exported from the zip file. And here it is, WordPress Export 1, double click on that, and there it is now added to here, and I just use Upload File and Import. And that now will just bring across everything that's sort of sat in my blog. I need to just assign a name to who it is, so I made all these posts, great, so I can just change it to Learning Comes First if I want to, or I could leave it on Mark Anderson, up to you, what you want to choose, and then just choose Submit. And that will then process your file, and when it's finished importing, you'll get an email, and that will be your blog done. I hope that's helped. If you'd like any other ideas, please drop me a line. My name is Mark Anderson at ICT Evangelist. Thank you very much.